Okay, guys. Right. Moneymaker's shown you a way here to trade the 5 minute orange line trades, or to put it another way, to do the moneymaker setup. Right. Okay. Sarge, some of you like Sarge are having a problem. Stephanie, Darwin are definitely not made for the HA charts. It wouldn't surprise me if they don't even look there anymore. Okay. So I gave those two in particular a different way to look at it. All right, and it's a very simple thing to do. You're looking for rule 2 on a 15-minute time frame, and then you're looking for confirmation with the 5 minute coloured line. Okay, but before we get to that, Igor's asked me a question on Thursday and how to he struggles when there's a ranging period. A lot of you do, and guys, I have to be honest with you, they are not. It's not hard to trade a range. Okay. Basically, it's just a period of consolidation where the market's deciding whether it's going to reverse or whether it's going to break out again and continue. Okay, that is all it is, right? But when you start seeing 5 minute yellows and 15-minute blues all over the charts, guys, that shows you a range. So he asked me to look at the 31st here, right? And you can see straight away, right, there's no blues on the GU. So basically here, rule 2, right, and then look at these, bang, 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 keep going, keep going, keep going, right. There's only one yellow on there, all right, and the line had turned green here, 5 minute line for your confirmation. 1, 2 trades up, 3, 4, 5 trades up. Just go inside using this as your flow. The problem, just before I get to you, Igor, right, the problem, Sarge, you have, right, is that you're paying too much attention to this line here changing colour, and I think that's playing with your head, okay, on the HA chart. Alright, so use the 5 minute line for your flow, Sarge. Okay? You don't have to click every trade as well, mate. You can be a bit more fussy. Alright? Right. Also, I'll have a little tip for V-Boy as well, V-Boy, on how to stay in a trade a bit longer. Okay, mate, if you're just going to use the HA charts, HA yellows for entries, fine. Okay, you do go HABB band to HABB band for the most part. Okay, but there are also some trades, V-Boy, where you can stay in by just looking, for a signal for your exit. All right, or momentum flip, and you'll notice on Thursday I was pointing out the numbers on the CAD mom. I'll show you as we get to that video anyway. The numbers were so high, they were like 13, 14. Okay, right, so one flash of red, or one flash opposite of what direction it was going, right, is not going to have much effect on the charts when you've got numbers like 13, 14 here. Okay, they're just going to keep coming eventually. Okay, and yeah, V-Boy, see, let's say you were in this trade here, you know, that would have been your exit there. HA yellow appears, momentum flips. Okay, close your trade. So you might have got, instead of just getting 6 or 7 pips there, V-Boy, you might have got 15. There are some trades, V-Boy, where you'll get 50, 60 pips. All right, and again, V-Boy, go with a 5 minute line. Look for your HA yellows with the 5 minute line. Okay, if you can't, do the moneymaker counting system, all right, then just use the 5 minute coloured line as your direction, and then look for your HA entries with that. All right, it's just another way, guys, for people to look for your setups, look for the flow basically, because that's what it is. And sometimes these go and go and go and go. All right. So anyway, right, let's get back to Igor. Igor, look, blues, they're working. They work. Okay, Igor. Right. So if you've got a day where you're seeing these 15-minute blues, 5 minute yellows, Igor, either take the signal with momentum. All right. You're not going to be able to keep adding. This is your, I've said for a long time that people should have two trading strategies. Okay, basically this is what I mean. You've got your normal strategy for running markets, and then you just have something where you accept that you can't keep adding entries, Igor. There are days like that, and you just take what you can get. And I tell you, Igor, if you do this on ranging days, you might be 3 or 4 nil for, I don't know, 80 to 100 pips. Okay, but eventually it will break out, Igor, because as I've said, ranging periods are just periods of consolidation where price is up and down, deciding which way it's going to go, whether it's going to continue with a trend, okay, or whether it's going to go with the bias, okay, basically. And if you look, you're looking here, you've had a period there where it was bias. It went down with a bias. Yeah, that's a bias. Eventually, biases work. GU, strong uptrend, and look what the bias did. Blues, big blues. All right, so yeah, that again, you can just take the signal with momentum, Igor, or you can say to yourself, well, I'll use the BT method, and there's a great example on all of these in a moment with the BT. I mean, you can see every single BT closed 15-minute candle setup method basically worked. Look, this one here. Closed, pull back, boom. Okay, 15 blue. 15-minute candle closed red, pull back somewhere here, boom. Okay, it just works. All right. Yeah, so that I think, Igor, is something you can work on. Just if you get these periods, and another thing, Igor, you tend to find on these ranging periods that the 15-minute BB bands start to flatline like this, here. Okay, as much as this has gone up here, there was a nice trade off it there. Look, these are pretty flat. Okay, there's a flat period here. And when they're going sideways like that, that's another way to identify a ranging period. All right, right. So strategy, dead simple. And this is what Stephanie's done, and you've seen how well Stephanie's done over the last couple of weeks just doing this, guys. Just diving. I think it's made for you, mate. Seriously. Rule 2, GU closed above the 15-minute orange line. Okay, you might not have taken this one here because it closed back below the 15-minute orange line, and that line was probably still red. Okay, but since it closed above again here, that line turned green. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades of probably 10 pips. And actually, I don't think there was much volume on this particular day, you can see there. But again, on other days, these would have been easy. 10 pippers, 12 pippers. All right. I just don't think there's anything simpler than that, Sarge, for you, basically, because that's how I think because you trade a lot, Sergeant Pipper. I think, using the 5-minute or the 5-minute coloured line is probably the best way for you to use to identify your flow. Okay, whereas money makers do an accounting system. Okay, you'd just be looking for this, for rule 2 and the 5-minute coloured line. Okay, and then it's all about momentum. Get back in between the lines, momentum. One other thing, when the lines start to smudge, the 5-minute time frames, and let's say these were all like that, crisscrossing each other all the time, then it tends to be the BB bands that the trades will go from, as you can see, right? Because the lines are overlapping, basically. Yeah, you got one here now. And again, Igor, BT candle there, pull back, boom, you would have nailed that one. All right. You might have had this up, Igor, because you had a 5-minute yellow and a 15-minute blue momentum. You might have had a trade there. Okay, but again, you should be thinking there's always that possibility, Igor, Sarge, right? That it will come down from here because this line has now changed. So basically, you should be thinking, oh, it might break the range now. Okay, so just watch these anyway. Right, this will go down, this will go up, G will go up. Okay, I know Stephanie's even adding this line in now. And guys, some of the trades, look at this one off the 15-minute coloured line here. Look, bang, bang, and it does this quite often on the 15-minute time frames as well. So if you go through and it's a bit messy, that's what you look for. The trade there. All right. Anyway, let's go on and show you these there. There you go. GU, another winner. UCAD, bang, one there, see it, and then pull back, and then bang again, and look at the GJ. Look, I know it mucks around here, so you might have lost an entry here, Sarge, right? But then, bang, okay, the line did turn green there. Even though it was red here, you might have been thinking down. Okay, fine, but the way I'd have looked at this was second move. All right. Again, Igor, if you were thinking, I'll just do the BT method on days like this, then there's your BT candle, there's your pullback, there's your big one. Okay, and V-Boy, this is what I mean, mate. You could be in this trade here, and because momentum was still flashing green, you stay in. Then that 5 yellow appeared, look, momentum turned red. All right, that was your exit. Just close that trade. And the thing is, V-Boy there, you'd have made well over 20 pips. It went 38 pips, so you would have made 20 pips there. V-Boy. Okay? Alright, mate? That's all I'm saying. If you want to try this, V-Boy, it's all about the momentum and HA signals. You're going to go take a HA signal here. Use an HA signal for your exit. Okay? Right, so again, we'll just flip through. Holy moly, look at that one. The GU. Again, V-Boy, look, imagine if you're in this. Okay? Momentum's still high green. I'll leave it plain. Right, but if it turns red, you just say, right, okay, close it. Yes, V-Boy, you're going to get a lot of these where it's in and out, in and out. Right, but at the end of the day, you're using momentum for your entry, momentum for your exit. And, these are going to mount up. And as I say, mate, you'll get a few of these like this. Okay, like that there. All right. Okay. So again, he got you have options, Igor. Find a second strategy. I know you love to add entries and entries and entries when it's running. Fine, right? But when you get these periods where it's like, a range, then use the signals, the blues in particular, the 15 blues. Igor, you could have even said, well, this is my first entry because I got momentum. Then that was my second entry there. And you'd have had a 2-0 for about, I don't know. Well, it went 90 pips. Here you go, the full move. So you'd have had one for about 80 pips and one for about 20. So you'd have been 2-0 on that. Here you go for 100 pips. On a ranging period. Here you go. And again, here you go. If you at the end of the day, the minimum you should be thinking using the 15-minute time frames is 2 to 1 hour an hour. So if you had have lost one here, one of your entries here, you'd have still made, you'd have been 2-1, 90 pips. Understand? Right, okay. Alright, so this one, GU, look, again, it's so, it happens so many times, this, guys, where the BT candle performs. All right, and you had it there. There wasn't much of a pullback. Fair enough, right? But then bang. But now, 15-minute line's green, 5-minute line's green. And might just want to break this BB band a bit here, but it's all about momentum from here. Still showing red there, so want up green there though. might be about to turn. So yeah, should be looking for up. I don't know, another one there, look, Igor. Sarge, another one there, look. Green line. Okay, bang. Alright, this is what I mean about the smudge. As Lepipi calls it, the smudge. See how the lines are all crossing each other? Yeah, they go from the BB bands. So, if you're thinking green, so you're thinking up here, right, because the line's changed there, then you should have been thinking this entry here, BB band. Or stay away from it. Look for the ones where the lines are spreading apart like these. Okay, right, let's flick on, see what happened here. Yeah, that one did break. The BB band again, it's come down to the BB band. I'd still be thinking up here, guys. Gee, you. Excuse me. Um, yep. Yeah, I mean, you can look at the bias here, guys, and say, well, that could kick in again here. No, because you've had your bounce. Look, broke the 8 hour with this. There's the bounce. Back to the 1 hour orange line. Yeah, you definitely should be thinking down here. I'd take this down all day long. Anyway, let's go and have a look. Okay, so might have lost. It depends. There's not much volume in it, but I might have lost a trade there. Right? But I'd still be thinking down from there. There's the coloured line again. 15-minute now. Okay, and look at GU, guys. See what I mean about the signals? Okay. Where do we know? Yeah, let's move on. Oops. Would have been a nice trade. And there, you see what I mean, guys? Look at it right off the line here. It's amazing how many times this happens. I've seen it happen, off the actual coloured line, the 15-minute. Basically, if you're going to use the 15-minute time frames, then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 entry points. Okay, because you have 4 lines. Yeah, that's it. You've got the BB bands, the coloured line, and the 15-minute orange line. Right, so there's the 3 lines, but obviously the opposite BB band as well. So you've got 3 entry points basically. That's it. All right. Yep. So again, you would have won another one there. All right. You would have won the GU. Yeah, 15 blue, but I mean, from there it might come down to the BB band again, but I would be looking for momentum. Right between these lines, I get green momentum here. I'm all over this. It's about momentum, guys. When you get in these places, yeah, okay. Because it was the 15-minute orange line, it wasn't major. All right. So again, with the blues here, it might want a bigger pullback. Nothing on 1 hours to say down. On the LTs to say down at the moment. So it might just be a bigger pullback. And again, either myself or MT is pointing out that the lines have changed here. Okay, unless they're highlighting the moneymaker. Yeah, MT's highlighting the moneymaker. Okay. Right, so look at this. See what I mean, Igor? Stephanie? Darwin? What all you did, Darv? Let's get confirmation. It all started here, Darwin. Rule 2. Right? Then you look for that line to confirm. To be honest with you, Darwin, Stephanie, Igor, anybody else who wants to do these, right? Rule 2 on ranging days is fine. Okay, so you might have been in this trade before the 5-minute line changed colour. Like I did with this GJ earlier. I took this because I knew the line was going to change colour. Alright, because we closed above. Where was it? Oh, was it the second move? It's somewhere here. Alright. And I knew the line was going to change colour. And that's why I took it. Okay? You will learn, that this line is going to change colour at a certain point. So you will then feel confident enough to take these trades on without waiting for that line. Okay, but as I say, Darwin, it's great confirmation to tell you that it's possibly turned, or for people like Sergeant Pippa to use it as the flow. Okay, right, pretty much on this line again here. This is probably going to go up. All right, anyway, let's flick on. I don't want this to be a big video because it doesn't need to be, guys. It's dead simple. You're just using the 5 minute coloured line as you flow. Right? For people like Sarge who struggles, you know, he has a good day, Sarge, and then the next day he's changed something, and or the market's not exactly the same as the day before, and that's when he struggles. Okay, so I think using this 5 minute line might help. Okay, right. So bouncing off the line here, line's gone back to green, even though it turned a bit red there. You know, line's gone back to green. So look, line's turned red here. Look, line turned red there. MT showing the money makers again. Not sure if you'd have won there. Well, 85, 96, 66. So you'd have definitely got something in there. Okay, GU you'd have won as well. UCAD wasn't in between the lines. I preferred them in between these guys. And Steph, just out of interest, Darwin, the bigger ones are when they're in between the yellow, which, as you know, is the 15-minute orange line, or pretty much the same as, right, and the coloured line. You get them back there, and the moves are bigger, and that's where I always look for the 20 pipper. Okay, all right, crack on again. Yeah, you would have got it there. You see this one, Steph? Look, off the 15 coloured line there. Look at that, easy 20 pipper. Yeah, easy, 71 to 14. Okay. Right, I'll flick on again. I'll just get to the end of this one because this is the one Igor wanted me to show him what to do, how to do it, how to trade pretty much ranges, right? And as I say, Igor, um, you have the signals or you have the BT method, which is probably the best way for you. As I say, you need to find a ranging period strategy to go with your normal strategy of trading the runs Igor. Okay, once you do that, mate, you cracked it. GU going up again there from the line, running out of steam, but again, after session, guys. All right, okay, so just flick on quickly through this one. Yeah. Oh, come on. There you go. Going now. Took its time. It's going now. Okay. Oh, you've got another one here down. Yeah, it's just, I know the lines change colour here, guys. So you might, okay, the lines change colour, Sarge. You just go, I'll leave that for now. You don't have to trade it. Okay, you can look elsewhere. This line was red when that 5 minute yellow appeared. Well, he was on the BB band. I don't know if the 5 minute yellow were there. All right, well. Yeah, so again there. I remember that trade. I think I won down here on this one. I think I pointed it out. I'm not sure if Stephanie was watching, but anyway. And again, look, bang, bang. Okay, so Sarge, if you're just gonna look for your flow, then use this line, mate. If you're struggling with accounting, Sarge, I know it's not hard to count, but sometimes a 5-0 or a 4-1 will lose, or a 3-2 will lose because people think it's turning. Okay, but the 5 minute line will say otherwise. It'll say no, don't turn. Even though Sarge, you'll be reading that down, and thinking, oh yeah, it's a 3-2 down now. I'll take it down, and then that happens against you. Right? If you're just reading this instead, Sarge, right, then you wouldn't have been thinking down there. You'd be thinking up. Okay, and you'd have won both of those times there, mate. Oh, look at it. Magnifique, no. And again, look at this one on the GU. And again, V-Boy, you know, if you're in this, that might have been your exit there. Could be back in again there. Okay, and again, V-Boy, you're going to, instead of getting 3 or 4 nil for 24 pips V-Boy, you're going to get 3 or 4 nil for 60, 70, maybe 80 pips. And again, V-Boy, look, there, this one here. If you'd have taken that, look, all red, all red. This is the benefit of using HA candles, V-Boy, right? Because they stop you trying to get out when you see a green candle. Now, on normal candles, that candle there would have been green. That candle there would have been green. Okay, but on HA charts, they stay red because they're calculated a bit differently. Okay. All right. So yeah, guys, you can see, you know what you're not, again, you're not going to win every trade. You are going to have losses, but depending on your R&R or how many trades you take a day, you're going to win your day, right? And Sarge, I think, as I said, for you in particular, mate, because you know, are not reading the money makers as specifically as Moneymaker is. Okay, plus Moneymaker's accepting, you know, she lose one. Let's say she took, let's point one out. Let's say she took, I don't know, this one down here. Right, Moneymaker took this one down here and lost. Right, Moneymaker isn't then thinking, oh, it's going up. She's still thinking down, and she would have taken that again and won eventually there. Whereas you know, it flips your mindset, and you're then thinking, oh God, up, 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 bang, lost. Do you understand, Sarge? So following the 5 line might be better for you. And as I said, guys, it's dead simple. Oh, look at that. I knew this was coming down. Look at it, it's gorgeous. Right, look at the GU, guys, off the line again here. Look at these. You know, you could actually wait for just coloured line trades or BB band trades with the coloured line on the 15-minute time frame, and you will kill it. I mean, if you'd have done that today, you know, open TP there, I reckon you were 4-0 just using that line and the BB band, right, with the 15-minute coloured line, right, 4-0 for well over 100 pips, you know. So that's something to think on, Igor, as well. You know, and again, as I said, Igor, you can use the 15 blues, and you can either do it the BT way, bang, 15 blue, BT, bang, excuse me, or you can just do it with mom, 15-minute blue, momentum, bang, 15-minute blue, momentum, bang. Okay, right. So get to the end, just see if there's anything else. Oh God, look at that GU, guys, look at it. Imagine just riding it. You can. Yeah, smudged here, but again, guys, look what happens when it smudges, right? What signal is showing up when these are smudging? Smudging, crisscrossing. Lila Pippi. 5-minute yellows, look. Flip down 5-minute BB one. 5-minute yellow. I know that was late, 5-minute yellow. But flip down BB one. You know? It's just, it's just so easy to see it and say, right, okay, then these are smudging, so I'll take the 5-minute yellow with my bang. You know? Okay, let's just move on to one more, and this one, again, is a new one. Thanks for putting these up again, BT, by the way. I'm always showing another one, guys, but, you know, you should all thank BT for putting these up for you, because you now have a lot of, you know, recordings that you can just say, right, okay, you know, what was it like tomorrow? What was it? What happened the day after? Right, just, and that will help you in the long run, working out bias here as well, guys. Now, you know, BT, Lambo, and myself love these charts here, right? And we love them for this reason. Look at this. Right, this is what I was pointing out the other day. Weekly flipped up BB band. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes 6, and then this. I think kicks in here, and we have a pullback, right? Here again, look at this. Weekly BB band. Down, bounce, down. This is what they do, guys. Right? You have to avoid the bounces, or you can trade the bounces because it was with the trend. Well, if you'd have called it an uptrend, it's not perfect to be honest with you, but you can trade the bounces off there, and then you go with the bias, and the bias was weekly BB band down to the weekly orange line. GU went through it. Probably going to go higher this week as well, maybe to the BB band. This one, there's no bias. Look, there's no strength. A daily red, and it did its job, that daily red. Look, it broke the daily orange line, right? But it's that strong. There's no strong bias, right? That it's just continued to go. This one, look, this is the difference. Look, this one got strength. Okay, and again, look, down, bounced, down again, bounced, down again. Okay, that is how easy it is to read long terms, and the weeklies are just an absolute gem to read bias, guys. This is how Lambo knows which direction and where to take price to. This is why BT does his own form of LT trading, because he can read them. But anyway, this wasn't about that. This was about the 5-minute orange line, 5-minute coloured line. However, I've just got to point out MT's put the white signals up for you. Those of you who don't know what this is telling you, when it's a white, it's telling you what the 15-minute white is. Understand? There, 15-minute white is up, right? Because sometimes, you know, like if you look here on the GJ, you can't really see the 1 hour white, all right? But the label says up, so the last 1 hour white is up. That's basically all that is telling you, all right? So it's up, it's up. Again, you know, if these two were green, which they would have been, then that would have said the same thing anyway. All right, but he's made it clearer for you. Okay. Again, you know, you know, Sarge here, everybody. In fact, I'm not just talking to Sarge. Look, real two line changes here. Price comes back. Okay. This one just constant. Look, constant red down, bang, nice, juicy winner. Okay. Just flicking through this quickly, guys, because you get the you know what to look for, the strategy basically behind this. It's just another way of looking at it. That's all I'm trying to do. Give Stephanie, Darwin, Igor, you know, anybody else that wants to use the 50-minute time frames and then just the 5-minute time frames for your entries with momentum. That is it. You know, you get price back in here, back. Okay. That's the only reason for this. And again, look, the yellow Stephanie there, 15-minute orange line, bang, 20 pipper. Well, 72. Yeah, no, it probably did. Went to 25.02 from 72-ish there. So you might have got a 20 pipper in there. Excuse me. Again, here. Look. All right, Sarge, so you just be reading this as your flow, Sarge, and you just don't change your flow, Sergeant Pipper, until prices closed above the 15-minute orange line. That's the first rule. Okay? And then, you know, because this is a really strong down move, Sarge, right? Sometimes people will say, okay, that's closed above 15-minute orange line, so now I'll take it up. But basically, when you've got these really strong moves going, Sarge, this is like a confirmation. So you just wouldn't take your first trade until the 5-minute line had turned green. You understand? Yes, you'll miss a couple of trades. It doesn't matter, right? It's keeping you safe, and it will keep you flowing, Sarge, until you lose. And this is what, you know, one of the things I've said to you in the past about just go with the flow till you lose. Well, now you have that 5-minute coloured line to keep you on the track, all right? Keep you in the flow, okay? As I say, if you can't read the MMs. All right. It's not that you can't read them. It's easy to count, but sometimes you'll get a 3-2 or a 5-0 at a turning point, and it'll lose. Okay, you've got to accept that. Moneymaker has said that she accepts her losses. Okay, and you have to. You just have to keep going. Anyway, as I say, this strategy is working for Stephanie, and that is pretty much why I did it, because Stephanie, I've been here a long time, and she knows everything. She knows these. Yes, it confused her a couple of times, a few times, but for the most part, it's like Rocky. He knows these. Rocky tells me things, and it's like, yeah, he knows where it's going, but it's just, I think, a mental block with Rocky where it comes to trading. So this might be for you, Rocky, as well, if you want to do this one. All right, mate. Give it a go, but you've got to click the button, Rocky. You've got to click the button, mate. Okay. Right. So again, look at these here. Look, bang, bang. Yeah, there was some kind of news here, but again, still one. Possibly this one here now. Flick on. Yep, still going there. Yeah, definitely that one there. Yeah, again here. Look, rule 2 is in play. So I would have been expecting this to turn green. So anywhere here now I'm thinking up. And I probably, well, I did take it. Okay, would have taken that. Alright, based on the fact that rule 2 is in play and there's a lot of blues about. Not running. Yep, you card. Lovely. Oops. Oh my god, what's it? Look at it. Oh yeah, I can here. Look, is this the one I was pointing out, the momentum? Look at the numbers. When they're big like this, guys, one little flash of green here isn't going to turn this around. Looks very much like yesterday's recording this as well, doesn't it? Good, Bennett, look at this, guys. And again, V-Boy, look, you're still in this, V-Boy. No need to get out, mate. No signal. Momentum's high. He's just riding this one down here, V-Boy. That might have been your exit, V-Boy. Okay, the white. Alright, you're waiting for a green flashing bomb. But look, this is what I mean about big numbers. It's just, you get these huge numbers and a couple of flashes of bomb like that just don't have any effect whatsoever. Gee, look at this, guys. Bang, 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 bang. UJ, red line, bang, red line, bang. This one probably did get messy after that, but again, still, you should be thinking up because the line's green here, so bang, happy in that up. Probably won it. Okay, just flick on. Again, UCAD down there. Yep. It's just going with the flow side. You're just using the 5-minute line as your flow indication, mate. It can't get any easier than that. Moneymaker's made it easy for herself and for a lot of others in the room, right? Using the counting system, right? Moneymaker probably killed it this day. UCAD. Maybe UJ down earlier on. I think this is still down for me because the line's red. It is tightening up, but again, look, guys. Alright. Yes, he probably would have won another one there. Maybe there as well. Okay, right, just flip right to the end, see what it had to offer. But yeah, guys, you can see I'm not making this a big video for a reason. Again, charge, look, up, knees here down. Okay, you might have lost one. I doubt it. It was after session, right? But you'd still be thinking down either way. Here, you're still thinking up. The line was green, so you would have taken that. Bang, there, bang. Even here, just turning red there. That's close below, so you just cross it off. Right, I'll wait until it's turned. Okay. Uh, on that, on that. Closing above, probably going to turn. All right, but again, look at it. After session, it went really, really flat. Okay, happens sometimes. You don't always get the reversal, but again, guys, I think for those of you that are struggling with the MMs, then use the 5 minute coloured line as your flow. It's not a hard thing to look for. It's rule two, which is on the 15-minute time frame. Has price closed above or below the 15-minute orange line? Okay, and then you're just looking for the 5 minute coloured line to correlate. The same direction. So you want red for down, green for up. Okay, if you come in and we've got running markets, it's just running, really strong trends. Then you just keep going with the 5 minute orange line until you lose a trade, right? Or until rule two, is in play. The two rules basically, because by the time the 5 minute line changes, this is specifically speaking to Darwin now and to Moneymaker, to Stephanie. Right, by the time the 5 minute line has changed colour, right, obviously rule two will be in play, but you will probably have also got the rule one in play, which means that either a 1 hour or 4 hour signal will be with you as well. So it buys time for that. Um, it's a really good indicator, of flow. Okay, so yeah, Sarge, if you're having trouble, this is basically what Stephanie's doing, what she's trying to teach you. Okay, so do that, mate. All right, guys. So it's not hard. If you can't do the money makers, or if you want to use the 15-minute time frame, then use the 15-minute time frame. And as I say, you've got three places where price will go from. You've got the BB bands, you've got the 15-minute CL, which is the coloured line, and you've got the 15-minute orange line. Don't forget signals. 15-minute blues on ranging data. If they're all over the charts, guys, 15-minute blues will work with momentum. Trust me. That's why they're there. They've been working, so they will work. Yes, there'll be a breakout. Yes, you might lose a trade at the breakout. It's just a little bit unlucky, but then, it's broke out and the flow will continue. All right, guys? Yeah, I think that'll do.